Summertime Rendering really has the chance to be one of the best time loop slash time travel anime because it's taken a lot of different aspects from all the other ones. Like, it literally takes aspects from Higurashi, ReZero. You could even say Haruya Suzuyama, the Endless Eight, because some of the stuff it's doing, because the way it's doing is different than all of them in a way, but it still like has like aspects of all of them, because like they take little pieces from them. So the way Summertime's Rendering time loop works slash time travel works so far, for the first two episodes, it literally reminds me of Higurashi, like how, when Rika dies, sometimes she can go to like that, the other dimension, and she sees, Haru, whatever her name is, sees her. Like, literally in episode 2, they kind of showed us like a point where it's like, oh yeah, this happens here too, when like he's going through like some other dimension to get sent back in the past. So that kind of reminds me of stuff like that. And then like how it reminds me of ReZero is, like, when he dies, it seems like there's different checkpoints, because at first, when he first came back at the end of the first episode and into episode 2, he was on the ship, but then he dies again, and he literally appears like on the dock where like the one girl's about to fall into the ocean. So it just gives me like that, like, oh, there's like checkpoints where he has to go, where you can like, like basically come back at different times, kind of like how ReZero is. So it reminds me of that. And the reason why it reminds me of Haruya Suzuyama, because like nothing's really changed, where like in Higurashi, there's different routes. That's why like Rika has different routes each time. And then like in ReZero, it changes like what he can do, because like he'll get sent back to a certain checkpoint, but maybe that checkpoint would be different because it's a different thing. But where in this one, kind of reminds me of the Endless Eight and Haruya Suzuyama, because like nothing's really changed and you know what's gonna happen. But yeah, the first two episodes have been very interesting. The only thing that's going to help hold this series back is that it's in Disney Plus jail. Because, like Netflix jail, literally Disney Plus jail. That's the one thing that's going to hold this series back. Because it's not going to get as much viewing, besides like the people that know like what websites to go view this on. Because if Disney Plus would have just released this like a few weeks later, like worldwide, it would make more sense. I don't know why Disney did it, because usually Disney's like, on top of shit. You think they would have known that, especially because, they put out their weekly Marvel shows each week. They would have learned that, oh yeah, let's try and push this over here. But maybe because they're not sure yet for pushing anime, I guess, on their Disney Plus app, even though they have Star Wars Visions. I don't know, we'll learn eventually, because I haven't really seen anything come out yet about Disney saying when this is supposed to drop in the US or outside of Japan, on their Disney Plus app. Don't know. Who knows when? They'll probably announce it sometime. But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that's going to deter this series, is just because it's on Disney Plus and it's Disney Plus jail. If we would have got like a worldwide release, or like a few weeks later worldwide release, then this wouldn't hurt this series. But I don't know. Maybe we might get it. I'm not sure. Maybe the summertime. Who knows? But if you want to watch this series, of course you have to go, to certain anime sites online. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, first two episodes have been interesting, and I'm liking what I'm watching so far. Especially episode 1 left on a crazy cliffhanger. And then we get in episode 2, and episode 2 kind of left us on a crazy cliffhanger too, because there's so much mystery to this series, and like I can't wait to unwrap this. And I'm pretty sure this is having like 24 episodes, so it's gonna be very interesting to see like where else it goes, because I'm curious. I would read the manga, but I don't want to spoil myself, especially because we're getting like 24 episodes or whatever we're getting, the amount we're getting. So might as well just see it all the way through and then read the manga if the anime doesn't cover it all, because there's so many interesting things to hear. I'm curious to know like why there's these doppelgangers, because like the shadows. And also like one of the things I forgot, that is like one of the cool aspects of this is they play on like the doppelganger like theory thing, where it's like if you see your doppelganger in real life, like your die or something like that, they kind of play with that, with like having the shadows here. And you even get to see like how the shadows like even turn into one people. I'm curious like what the shadows really are, like where they came from, because I guess this island has lore about it. But as soon as we get like probably like, I don't know, maybe 7 episodes deep, maybe 10, we'll know more about them, because I'm curious like why they're here, where they came from, and I'm curious to see like where this goes, because I wonder why the shadows are trying to take control. Like there has to be like more, there's probably like a way bigger like theory that's going to happen as soon as we dive deeper into like the anime. But yeah, off the first 2 episodes, I kind of like this as a time loop anime. I think it's going to change eventually. Like I said, I think he's going to get different checkpoints, so that's probably it's going to remind me of like ReZero, with like Subaru getting them different checkpoint things that he can reset to. Because that's what it seems like. Or I think eventually at some point, some of the timeline of like the time loop that he's in is going to eventually change, because I don't think it's going to be the same thing each time. I think different stuff is going to happen. Like he's going to get a checkpoint and then other stuff. Because like if you look at him, he has a different color eye, so something had to happen. So there's probably like some checkpoint he's going to get that's going to take him like all the way like further back, and he's probably going to end up saving the blonde girl probably, because I could see that happening. But yeah, so far this has been really good. If you've seen Summertime Rendering, let me know how you feel about it. And it does, like I said, it does suck that it's not really, it's supposed to be on Disney Plus, but it's not really on Disney Plus outside of Japan, and we have to like watch it on like other like, you know, websites, because I think this would have been a cool thing for Disney, because this would have gave them like more money, in my opinion, because it's like you literally have all these Marvel shows that are getting people to come to your app, but it's like you put an anime on there too, then they would have been talking. I don't know why I don't know who's running the Disney Plus app, or what all politics come into that, or why they can't like literally stream it outside Japan or whatever. But yeah, they need to get on that ASAP, because more people need to watch this series, because I mean, not everybody goes online and pirates, you know, watching anime like that, because they don't. But yeah, summertime rendering has been interesting. I can't wait to see where it goes, because like I said, I have so many different theories that just in my head, like where this could go, and I'm probably like all wrong, because I should just read the manga now and know it all. But it's like, I like a series like this. This is arguably going to be like one of the best ones of the spring so far. The spring is a packed season, it has a whole bunch of heat, but I low-key like this anime a lot. Like, it's probably like in my top 5 favorites, like off the first 2 episodes, because there's so much mystery to it, and it just keeps me interested in the way each episode, the way the first 2 episodes end. They always end like on a cliffhanger type of thing that makes you go like, ooh, I can't wait to see the next episode, because that's how I am. Like, bro, I'm excited each time this comes on. Like, this is literally one of the first few animes, as soon as it drops, like it drops like late at night. That's how we get it. We get it like kind of late at night. But as soon as it drops, bro, I run to my laptop and I watch it. I'm like, yes. And I can't wait for the next episode every time, because like, it's so good. If you've not seen Summertime Rendering, please watch it. Like I said, it's one of the best anime of the spring. Like, hands down, like out of all the new anime that came out, like this is like one of them ones that would be like an Odd Taxi or a VV type of anime, where, you know, like it's the quote-unquote sleeper of the season, because you have all these other popular anime, but then these ones like turn out to be like the best of the season. So that's kind of like the range I'm putting in at right now. But there's only 2 episodes out right now, so you never know, the series could drop, because, you know, sometimes that does it. But if it's gonna have 24 episodes, it's probably not going to, if it ever drops, it would be later in the series. But I don't think it is, because I've heard good things about the manga, and like so many people were excited that the manga was getting the anime. So this shouldn't drop. It should still be good. And like I said, the premise of it, most of the time time travel anime aren't that bad. Like time travel, time loop, because we get to see different stuff. As long as we're not getting no endless 8 where it's like the same thing each episode, it's usually fine. But yeah, if you've seen Summertime Rendering, please let me know how you feel about it. If you've not seen it, please pick it up. I hope I was able to let you know, like after everything I've said, that you'd want to pick it up, because it's good. Like I said, there's only 2 episodes. You can go to like 02 or whatever, and you can literally watch it on there, or other websites, any other ones you have, because like it's literally on there. And it's like 2 episodes, and you enjoy it. The animation is beautiful. So far, there's so much mystery to the series, so it's like one of those where it's like you're going to it and you have mysteries, and like just know, like I said, the end of each episode makes you wanting more, because you're like, oh shit, what's about to happen next? Because that's how I feel each time. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, why not like? If you didn't, you could dislike. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you enjoy. Subscribe if you want to hear more content that I make. And yeah, please watch Summertime Rendering, because it actually is a really good watch so far. And it's one of the best of the springs, and I think it's going to continue being one of the best anime of the springs unless something happens. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!